Hey, what's up guys? Diego here from EliteGamerBros, and today I bring you episode 2 of Any Weapon, Any Round. If you're not familiar, Any Weapon, Any Round is a series in which I try my best to demonstrate how you can use any weapon on any map and do well with it, by simply adjusting your playstyle to fit the weapon's strengths and weaknesses. For this episode, I decided to accept the challenge of using the Famas with the RDS sight and suppressor on Seine Crossing Conquest. If you have seen my Famas review, you probably know how much I hate it. But after quite a bit of practice, I did manage to start doing well with it, and then this happened. I was banned from a server when I had 45 kills and 16 deaths from using just a Famas. After speaking with the admin though, and explaining to him the situation, I was allowed back on the server, and my first full game is the game you're seeing right now. So anyways, let's talk about the Famas for a second. Let's talk about its weaknesses and its strengths. The only strength it really has is the fact that it can shoot very fast. And just before I even get into it, you probably noticed that I was using the G18 as my sidearm, and you will see quite a bit of the G18 in action because a lot of times this is Seine Crossing, so it's a lot of tight cluster of enemies, and you're going to be dealing with more than one target at a time if you're not careful. And I tried to avoid it, but there's no avoiding it on Seine Crossing. So a lot of times I would pull out my G18 and just try to pick them off to finish the kill, basically, because you run out of bullets relatively quickly. And as you can see right here, I noticed that I killed a support guy, and I killed a lot of guys here, so I knew for a fact that there was nobody that would bother me if I took this guy's kit. And I did get ammo, and I was able to get back inside this building and pick more people off. At this point, I was camping a little bit because we had 2 flags, and so did they. So it's not like we were losing our tickets. So I was just picking them off, making them bleed out the hardcore way, which is by killing them. As you can see right there, pulling out that G18 again, trying to pick people off. If I got a couple of hit coins on with my Famas, most likely he's pretty weak. So I just a couple of shots. That's all it will take to kill them. So going back to what I was talking about, the Famas, its strengths and weaknesses. It's got a really slow reload, extremely slow, the slowest reload out of any assault rifle, and it's got a 25 round magazine, which is not that good at all, because if you think about it, it shoots 1,000 bullets per minute. It's also the fastest assault rifle. So you're burning through your bullets, and you don't have bullets to burn through. So you really have to be careful when you're playing with it. You really have to know when to take cover, and take cover often. Play it extremely safe, and that's what I was trying to do for the most part. But sometimes if I saw clearing, if I got a good wipe on the other team at a particular base, I did kind of try to make a push for it, as you saw right there. But for the most part, if they have 2 flags and we have 2 flags, I just tried my best to avoid getting into head-to-head combat. I had, thankfully, ITZ Scientific, the person that recommended this setup and this map, he did say to use the suppressor, and I believe that actually worked to my advantage. If I had to choose, I would use something else, but since I had a suppressor, I stayed away from being spotted on the mini-map as I was picking people off, so that helped out quite a bit. And that was the same tactic I actually used for the previous episode, in which I used the P90. So P90, again, it's a weapon it has a lot of bullets, but you're not going to win on head-to-head with medium range enemies. So the Famas is the same deal. You're not going to win against long range targets. So the more you can avoid drawing attention to you as you're inside buildings, or if you're shooting from a distance or anything, the more you can avoid drawing attention to yourself, the better off you'll be. Again, that G18 is crucial to your survival, and I specifically picked the G18 and not any other pistol, because you know me, I love my Magnum, because it has that 20 round magazine and a 20 round clip, and it allows you to really have a backup, a really good close quarter backup, which is what this weapon lacks. It lacks it lacks the ability to engage multiple targets at close range. So that G18, it comes out really quickly, because sidearms in Battlefield 3 can pull them out relatively quickly, and it's a lot better than reloading. So I usually never reload unless I know I'm in the clear. And again, peeking around those corners, always slowly peeking around corners. I don't even care if I know there's nobody there. I still peek just in case that one guy isn't, you know, trying to flank us. Because any sort of head-to-head combat you're gonna face at a distance. Let's say he's watching a particular flank from like a medium range distance. If he gets the first shot, you are dead. There's nothing you can do suppress with this gun. Nothing. The guy could be 20 feet away from him. You'll waste your entire magazine in a couple of milliseconds because it shoots so damn fast. And you might hit once. You might even suppress them. You'll be lucky if you suppress the guy, actually. And as you can see, I was taking the objective. I was not just camping in buildings. If we were getting triple capped, I was trying my best to flank and take objectives. Just being careful though, watching for any of their spawns like happen right there. Again, keeping my teammate alive because I know I'm not going to be able to deal with multiple targets. If he can attract some attention to them, even if he dies, I can get the kill and then revive him back. In that case, it didn't really work. But you know, I'm trying my best to always try your best to keep your teammates alive when you're using a Famas, because you really need it. You need any extra support you can get. See right there? That guy just literally saved my life because I was so suppressed. My Famas wasn't doing shit, and there's no way I was gonna get out of this situation alive. Again, if you're getting suppressed, stay the hell down. Be patient. Get your health back. Wait till your suppression gets away, and then peek to try to pick people off. And at the same time, if you are being suppressed or if you are being pinned down by gunfire, look at your minimap, because most likely if he's not using a suppressor, you'll know exactly where he is, so you're able to peek. And don't be afraid to run, because you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win head to head like that with somebody that has you suppressed already and is just waiting for you to peek out. You're not. It's better to just try to flank and go around them, and that's exactly what I tried to do for the most part. With Famas, it was really all about flanking, all about getting into very advantageous positions and holding them, and only moving when you were in the clear or when you had to, because they were taking a particular base that was very instrumental to you winning, like this B flag. and this guy actually, I tried to troll this dude, but he actually trolled me. He basically knew I was just waiting for him, and I didn't realize that he could see me waiting for him on his death screen. So that was my mistake. In fact, this game, it was my deaths. I didn't show a lot of them here because I didn't die a whole lot, but some of them were really, really dumb, like running around corners that there might be a guy there. Never do that. And reloading at the wrong time, again, bad idea with the Famas, because you're basically out of commission. And when you are trying to pick people off from a distance, what I found that's very helpful is to quickly tap, but not only that, you also have to adjust your aim a little bit. So adjust your aim just like just like I suggested with the heavy barrel M16A3, where you just move the mouse or move your joysticks down a little bit. That's also something very smart to do with this weapon, because it does kick a lot. It kicks just almost as much as the G3A3, which has much bigger rounds, does much more damage at a distance. So the fact that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage at a distance, you really have to get as many bullets into the enemy as possible. And the way you do that is just by first, don't peek if you're suppressed, and then aiming down slightly, just a little bit, every time you stop bursting, and do quick bursts too, because it can shoot pretty quickly, and you want to keep your enemy pretty suppressed, because he most likely has a gun that can shoot better than yours, since the Famas is the worst assault rifle. And don't be afraid to rush, especially with the G18. You can do it's a very deadly weapon, and if you think there's only one guy left and you've already reloaded, go for it. Rush inside that building. especially on seeing crossing. A lot of times you'll pick a guy off of a window. He's camping in some building. You'll pick one guy off, and you know there's kind of like not much action going on, but you're pretty sure there's one guy left. You can go ahead and just fucking rush, because having that G18 and the Famas, you're going to be able to deal with single targets very easily at close range. And as you can see, on the 400 ticket Conquest server, I went 50 and 13. Well, anyways, that's it for this episode of Any Weapon, Any Round. Let me know in the comments below which weapon slash attachment combination that you want me to use on what map, and I'll try my best, just like I did with the Famas. I was sucking in the beginning with it. I even made weapon review of it using the footage that I had from the time when I was sucking with it, but eventually I did get the hang of it, and that's what I really want to show you guys with this series. I want to show you guys that you can do well with any weapon. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time.